Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is WIP Wednesday, although I am recording this a little early, as in recording this on a Monday, and that is just because, well, in case I'm sick by Wednesday. So for those of you that didn't catch my stream Sunday, my husband tested positive for COVID on Friday, and he is symptomatic. It's not like he just has a positive test. He's actually got symptoms, but he was isolated in his man cave, and we thought we were good. But then Sunday, my oldest daughter, about midway through the day, started complaining of a headache and wasn't feeling good, but her temperature was like just 99, so I was like, it could just be, not enough water or something like that. Well, by dinner time, her fever jumped up to 101, and then my 5-year-old had a runny nose all day, but all of us have had runny noses lately because the rain has kicked up a whole bunch of gnarliness for allergies and stuff. And so I was just like, oh, it's probably that. But then, no, by that night she had a fever of 102. So yeah, in addition to my husband, I now have 2 of my kids with COVID as well. So they're all locked away in their rooms. All that's left is me and my son. We're walking around the house with like masks and washing and sanitizing like crazy. But it's been a crazy weekend, very exhausting weekend. Monday rolled around and I was just like, oh, are we okay? Yeah, I wasn't really ready for Monday, I'm not gonna lie. I'm tired, very tired. I was fighting my 5-year-old last night because she will not drink the liquid medicine, and I had to wait till this morning to get some chewables delivered because I can't leave my house. We're officially quarantined here now. So I was fighting her all night, and she was just miserable because she didn't feel good, but she wouldn't take the medicine. And so I'm wearing gloves and a mask in her room, but I was still in there for a while, and so I'm like paranoid I'm gonna catch it. But like today I felt really tired and run down, but it's lack of sleep and I haven't eaten much. Kind of afraid to eat. It's like, oh, I gotta wash my hands, but I don't want to touch anything. It's like I don't know what to do. But yeah, and then just tired from getting up and getting everything for everyone, because obviously no one can come out of their room and get their own food. I need to bring it. They're all on the second floor. I mean, I am joking that I hope I lose some weight with all these stairs and steps I'm getting in, but yeah, I was tired, but I kept checking my temperature, and I don't really have any other symptoms other than I'm just tired, and it's from lack of sleep and running around more than I'm used to, and stress, I'm sure. And then I realized I hadn't really drinking much water, so yeah, I've been working on rehydrating there. And then I'm still not hungry. I will eat, but I just it's really hard to eat when you're sitting there like, coming out of a room all gloved, and I don't know, your appetite just goes away when you're in the face of COVID. Food isn't really the first thing you think of. Even though I've been making food like all day, oatmeal for breakfasts, soups for lunch. Yeah. But yeah, so I decided to record this today because I was like, well, it's probably a good time to get it out. Plus I had some free time. I got everyone settled. And then, yeah, just in case my son gets sick or I get sick, because we're literally the last 2. Let's see, pick some colors for, gosh, I'm like, I don't even know where to start with this page. So this is my community buddy color page. If you're unfamiliar with that, every month I pick a page. I post it in the community tab of my YouTube, but it's also on my Facebook group and Discord. Anyone can join, and we picked a PDF. I wanted to do a PDF this month for those who don't have, with the books. This way everyone could participate and not have to wait to order a book or just buy a book to do it one single page. So it's from Dawn Davidson. It's really cute. I'm just trying to find my colors while I talk, which is not something I'm good at. Let's see, is this it? But yeah, it's a really cute book. I like it. Or page. Brain not working. Full disclaimer there. And then I am coloring with my luminance because I love luminance on tan-toned paper, which is what I printed this on. And then I did want to use my luminance for, C is for October. So I thought that would be perfect just to use those up. Although I don't use my luminance often on just coloring pages. I tend to use them more on portraits, so it's kind of weird to use them on this just because I'm not used to it. Because yeah, I'm normally coloring skin or hair and maybe some flowers or something, but not a full out coloring page. So trying to find my bearings here a little bit, and I'm trying to actually motivate myself to color this page because I really liked it. But this month has just been crazy, last month too, and then yeah, with the whole COVID thing, I'm just like, oh, I don't feel like doing anything. I feel like coloring, it's just I can't decide what I want to color. I've got a few recorded videos, like I need to edit, and literally all I need to do is make the thumbnails and edit them, but I don't feel like doing it. So I'm like, trying to get my motivation there. And it'll come. Today I'm tired. But I mean, yeah, we'll see. It's the craziest thing. So I had to call the school and report it, that the kids are sick and that my son would be staying home because he's in a house with 3 positive people. And so apparently you actually have to quarantine for 20 days if you don't catch it. Which I was surprised by because I thought it was just 10 days no matter what, but apparently it's 20 days if you don't catch it. So if he doesn't catch it, he has to stay home from 10 days from the last exposure. And that's the key word. So my husband tested positive Friday, but now my daughters became sick Sunday, so the new date is 10 days from Sunday instead of Friday, so it just extended. And please remember, he just got out of a quarantine. He was out of quarantine for a whole whopping week and a half. Now he's right back into another one. But here's the thing, if I end up catching it, then his 10 days starts all over again from the date I caught it, or became symptomatic. So it's just like, oh my gosh. But on top of that, it's a 20-day total quarantine. It took a long time to wrap my head around this. I had to ask them like several times because I was like, 20 days? How? So he has to stay home for 10, and then he can't return no matter what without a negative COVID test. And then he must wear a mask to school for another 10 days, even though he had that negative test. And that's because people can and do get sick, past that 10-day window. Now, he can test out, 3 days before the end of that total of 20 days and take his mask off if he's negative then. But, yeah, so that's the rule. I mean, for me, I work from home, so it's not really impacting me as much, but that'll be so he can go back to school 10 days from yesterday now. I'm trying to get a hold of his teachers again, and I'm not really enjoying the fact that I cannot get a hold of them, because the whole last time we hit a lot of snags because they refused to give him assignments. So I got a hold of the contact tracer who called me about my daughters, and she said she would get a hold of the junior high and let them know that they need to excuse him for COVID because it's ridiculous. Like, I shouldn't have to fight to get assignments. But yeah, so waiting to see if they send him anything. He's not very happy because he's like, oh, I only have a couple more days to go. And then I was like, well, no, apparently you don't. And then, yeah, like I said, if I catch it, it's 10 days from when I catch it. And I mean, part of me was like, gosh, at this point, it's almost easier if we all just catch it and get it over with. But I don't have an immune system. I've been working from home for over a decade, so I don't get exposed to everyday things like everyone who goes to work. So when I get sick, I get very, very sick. I mean, a cold takes me out. A couple years ago, I had caught the flu, and I was very sick. I mean, I had to go to the hospital for IVs, and I was bad, and it was just a cold, or a flu, sorry. But because I don't have an immune system, I don't have much helping me fight off even a cold or a flu bug, and it really does affect me. So I don't even want to risk catching it. And it affects people so differently, like, we know of people who have been super duper healthy and ended up on a respirator, and then we know people who are like not healthy whatsoever, who have like mild symptoms. It's like so unpredictable. And like my husband right now, he's pretty sick. He's hanging up there in his office because even though they're sick, they're still isolating. They're not near each other. But yeah, he's in his office and he's got it in his chest. He sounds horrible. My one daughter just has like a high fever and a headache and a sore throat. My other one's just cranky. But, when they're little and sick, they don't understand. Plus, she's a cuddler, and I can't cuddle her because I can't risk catching it. But, I mean, like, my husband has an immune system, like, of steel, because he never gets sick. And, because he's exposed to this stuff daily. And honestly, I shouldn't even be surprised he caught it. Like, in his line of work, he's exposed daily. So if anything, it's more of just a surprise he took this long. But still, I was kind of like, oh, we've been preparing for this since COVID came around, and it just finally did. And I guess I just wasn't there. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, let's see. I'm like drawing a blank with this picture. So I'm just picking out like little parts that I feel like coloring. Like this little pumpkin guy. But, so yeah, I know last week I had mentioned, work was kind of up in the air. Well, work's actually been going really, really well. I was really nervous about these new owners, and then I was actually supposed to go on vacation this weekend, but that's been canceled, obviously. But even before that, they were like asking what they could do to make sure I actually went on vacation and didn't work, which was new to me because the old owner had actually expected me to work. So I've never had the opportunity to just have a vacation. And they wanted to do everything possible to ensure that I actually took a vacation. So I was just like, oh wow, this is kind of cool. It's gonna be Payne's Gray 30. So yeah, they're oh my gosh, I'm gonna yawn through this whole thing. Sorry if anyone yawns because of me. So yeah, they wanted me to get a full vacation out of it, and they even offered me a bonus just for all the work I do and the work they've seen like that I've been taking on. And so I was really, well, I was caught off guard and touched that they did that, but they're actually really good. Like, I've been getting to know them, and yeah, they seem, well, they're new to the company, so of course they're a lot more fresh eyes and just ready to tackle, whereas everyone else has been kind of jaded with all the issues. Sorry, I'm like really struggling with my colors here. Maybe I'll work on some more blue bottles. But yeah, they're very open to like hearing my suggestions, like what's working, what's not working. And they don't want to just hear it. They actually want to like take action on it, which is nice. Gray, blue, light blue. So it's been an interesting change of pace, and I'm really enjoying it. Nope, that's just, is that light? Oh yeah, light cobalt blue. I'm telling you, it's so hard to read the labels on these. Oops. Okay, gray blue, so I need light blue. But yeah, I'm actually a lot more confident this week about it. So that was one less thing to stress about. Because that was definitely stressing me out. Just kind of wondering like what was going to happen to my job or anything like that. And then yeah, like I said, they offered me a bonus and everything. So they're really, really awesome people. And even when I told them I'm not going on vacation anymore, we got COVID, they even offered, they're like, well, do you want to just take those days off anyways? And, like relax. And I told them I appreciated it, but, I know if I'm just sitting there kind of waiting to be rang and fetch something, I'll need something to do anyway. But then also probably save the time off in case I catch it. Because, so I was just like, oh no, thanks. I'll just work anyway. And yeah, I mean, it's rough to sit down and work. Cause I mean, I'm trying to time it out. Like I get everyone drinks and snacks and meds at the same time. So that I'm not like running up and down the stairs 50 times, but someone will be hungry, the other person isn't. So I'm like, But before I recorded, I brought everyone drinks, I brought everyone snacks, I got everyone their meds, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go sit down and record for a second. And then yeah, sometime today I just need to get my buns in gear and get things edited, because I do have my castle art skin video. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm just gonna yawn through this whole thing. Welcome to the most boring WIP Wednesday ever. Listen to me yawn. So yeah, I have a couple to edit. So I have my Castle Art skin one. You guys had requested I do the skin on camera, and I did. I had started it on my webcam, and the webcam, I really like it for streams. It's working out, but for video recording, it's washing out the colors. Like you could barely see the layers I was putting down, and so I got frustrated, and about halfway through I swapped, it's not swapped, to my phone camera again, which I'm actually using right now. So you'll notice that in the video, but I gotta tie those together and get that out. And then I have some Happy Meal videos that I need to get done. It's just things have been a little crazy, so I can't even like record those ones. And feel bad because the team at Paul Rubens sent me a whole bunch of oil pastels, and I recorded this big old video, but I haven't been able to just sit down and make the stupid thumbnail. That's all it needs. I've recorded it, I've edited it, it's even uploaded on my site. I just haven't done the thumbnail. Why is that such a difficult task? I don't know. But yeah, so I'm trying to get all those out. Probably definitely won't see daily videos from me this month. I mean, we've already noticed that I'm not doing them daily. And that's just because things are crazy. I don't feel like this gray blue. Let's try Prussian. Actually, the Indian Throne one might be okay. But yeah, I've already really stopped the daily one this month. I do like, or I don't mind posting daily. A lot of those ones I had daily, I genuinely had all that content, and I didn't want it to just sit there in my queue and I share it like months later. One reason I hate doing that is something might become irrelevant, or like if it's a review, something might get updated and I'll be like, oh shoot, now I gotta go back and fix it anyway. So I try to get them out. But one thing I like about tan-toned paper is you can work dark to light and add your highlights, and it's not as like a pain. I don't even know what this is back here. Like I see some jars. What is that? Like there's some tins. That's probably a jar. Not sure what that little circle thing is down there. I don't know. There's some things on here. I'm struggling to figure out what they are. But like these circle things here, 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 and there's one back here. I don't know. If you have an idea, just leave it in the comments below, because I'm kind of at a loss. I don't know what it is. It's like one of those mystery items the artist just sketched in there for us. I mean, this page is really fun. I just, I don't know if it's the pencil medium that's throwing me off, because like I said, I don't really normally do luminance for coloring. It's more for portraits, but definitely not feeling the page as much. I definitely need to break out my Prismas too. Need to recharge myself with some Prismas. But yeah, it's probably a combination of the page was cute at the time, but now I've like lost my love for it or something. Or just this month has been too crazy and I can't focus, because I do have quite a few WIPs, sort of. Like I've been finishing a lot of pages, but the background, I don't even bother with the background right now. So yeah, that's one of the things I've noticed, and just need to find my energy, but I don't know if I'm going to on this massive lack of sleep I've been dealing with, but I'll get back to it. I'll get it all done. Sunday, I did do a live stream with Erica from Elm Colors. We had a lot of fun. I mean, we were definitely just two marker noobs having some fun there. Our pictures turned out a lot better than we both had anticipated, I must say. I did finish mine. I need to post it on Instagram. See, that's another thing. I got some finished pages. I still haven't even shared on Instagram, because I'm just like, ugh. The work, this effort, I don't have it in me or something. I don't know. But like I mentioned in my last video, I'm kind of contributing that also to medication changes that I've been going through. Like, it's definitely affecting my just overall ability to feel motivated to do much of anything. I don't know why this wagon of goodies is being so complicated. Like, I colored the bat. I just dove into this page with no plan. But yeah, I have quite a, oh, goodness gracious, let me just yawn all day. So I have quite a few, oops. Oh, that one's actually done. So like I did finish this one finally. I did the skin. Like I said, this is the one where I did the skin tutorial. So the skin, I started on my webcam and then I switched over to my phone because none of this was showing up on my webcam, and that's a lot of layers that I don't normally do, so I was really frustrated. I don't know if I'm going to add a background to this one though, and I'm not saying that as like a cop-out. I actually think it just looks, I think it looks fine the way it is. I don't know, you guys will have to tell me. See, I do have this one. I need to add a background, and then I want to make this kind of sparkle. This was done with Copics, so I've left that in my pile. I also have this one. Now this I did with Derwent Colorsoft, and Colorsoft and I aren't the best of friends. I get flustered. They require a lot of light layers, and I did a lot of light layers. I mean, the work down here, I was blending unconventional greens, and it actually turned out pretty well. Like I went out of my comfort zone, and it all blended really well, but now I'm like, oh, I need a background, and I am stuck because I spent so many hours coloring this in with all those layers, and I don't layer. So yeah, I need backgrounds for these two. I swear there was another one. Oh no, I have my buddy color page from the one with Debbie from Color Me Stress Free. I haven't finished. Yeah, I've just got a whole load of things I need to take photos of. I'll even, give you a sneak peek. So from Sunday's stream, I did finish this one. Now this was done with Copic. The only thing that's not Copic is the background, because I don't have the Copic grays. I used my Ohuhus. I did use my Spectrum Noir clear glitter. I don't know if it's catching on her necklace, her earrings, and then even the moon has some of it on there. But yeah, I need to get pictures of all of these and get them up on my Instagram. But I'm just so lazy. And then I need to color this because I'm hosting the color, like the buddy color, and I can't seem to, well, I can't seem to finish it. So, like, I've got so many projects. Like right now I'm struggling to, I think what I'll do is, yeah, we'll work on this stem. That's a safe place. Sure, let's go for that. But yeah, so I'm just kind of struggling to get my motivation and finish some things. I thought it might be fun to do like some background videos since I have quite a few in my background pile. I really want to finish that buddy color because I get annoyed when people leave me hanging on buddy colors. So I feel bad I'm leaving her hanging there. I have a few buddy color requests this month, and I'm trying to get to them because I don't want to let anyone down. It's just been this month. Oh my gosh, I did not see that COVID thing coming. I honestly thought my husband was joking when he said that he tested positive. I even wrote back. I was like, oh, you know, not a funny joke, but haha. And he's like, why would I joke about that? Like, I don't know, wishful thinking that you were just joking. But yeah, so I did not see that one coming. He was getting sick, but I honestly had thought it was because we were all stuffy. It's been raining, so it's kicking up all that mold. You know, when it rains a bunch, your allergies go weird. Honestly, that's what I thought it was, because at the time he didn't have a fever. It was later that night, all of a sudden he started to get a headache and a fever. And when he got the fever of like 102, he ran over to work and got tested and sent me a text at like 10 o'clock at night. He's like, hey, that's positive, by the way. I was like, oh, crap. Oh, of course it is. I mean, we had to fight Airbnb to get our money back. I honestly don't know if I'm going to ever use Airbnb again. I think I'll use a hotel because I reached out to the owner first because when I went to do a refund, there was no option really, like, for a refund. Let's see, what is this? Sepia 50. So I had reached out to her saying, hey, here's the situation. You know, my husband has COVID. I can show you the positive test. And she said that she couldn't refund it. And so I was like, well, okay, there's got to be something in place for these situations because, you know, we're in a pandemic. People are going to catch these things. And it seems kind of ridiculous that you wouldn't have a plan in place. And so she was willing to refund the cleaning fee because she didn't have to clean. And we had paid like $1,600 for this reservation. And I was like, I don't think so. That you're not pocketing that. Like, I understand it's an inconvenience. We did block out that space, but this is completely out of my control. And so she was just not being responsive. And so I finally got a hold of Airbnb themselves, and I was like, look, if you guys aren't going to refund this, then we're just going to show up with COVID, because clearly you want people to, because otherwise you take their money. And I am going to mention this on Twitter and anywhere else I can find, that you don't refund for people who catch COVID, including a first responder who gets exposed all the time to help others. And this is how you treat it. But I will make sure that I plaster that everywhere, and we will show up with COVID, and I will make sure in the comments and on Twitter that you seem to be more concerned if we just show up with COVID than giving our money back. And so the second I sent that message, I got contacted by someone, and they were like, I am so sorry that the owner, you know, is refusing to refund. We're going to override and issue the refund right now. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to wait on hold with you to make sure it goes through, because I don't trust them. And it did. So it sucks that I had to freaking threaten, but I mean, seriously, like, do you want people to show up with COVID? Because you want to take that much money from me, and then I'm supposed to just eat it? No. Not that I would have actually, we wouldn't have traveled and gone with COVID. I mean, come on now. But it's kind of the principle of it. Like, if you're not going to refund people and people are going to be out that money, you're almost encouraging people to just go despite the fact they tested positive for COVID, if that's how you're going to treat it. And I was talking to the guy that was going to board our dog, and, you know, he instantly refunded me, no questions asked. But he had mentioned he had the same problem with Airbnb. So he had booked something in Moab. They got sick. They went to get a refund, and they would not refund him. And so I told him what I did. And he was like, oh, I didn't even think of that. But he's like, I'm definitely doing that next time, because he was like, they took my money. Like, so he got no refund. His money was just taken by Airbnb. And so I was like, wow, that's, so yeah, I honestly think if we do go on vacation, I don't know when it'll be, because this was timed out to match up with the kids' fall break, but they're going to have to make up some stuff from school after they're finally out of quarantine. And crummy part is my husband gets COVID leave, but he had already taken leave for vacation, and he can't just swap it to COVID leave, so he lost all his vacation days. So yeah, it's just a hot mess. I'm like, oh, I give up. So yeah, we'll see when we travel, but definitely not going to use that gal and her awesome Airbnb. Like, it looked beautiful and she had great reviews, but I mean, I'm not going to go on there and leave a nasty review because I got my money back, and I don't even think I can. But I almost feel like people should know before booking with her that if you get sick, she will not give you your money back, because that's kind of important to know. Let's see. Gosh, I don't even know what color I want to do any of this. A lot of my subscribers have been putting up their pictures, and they are just so adorable. I'll color this little corn here. Yeah, I've been really impressed with just, oh, it's beautiful. Some of the things people have come up with for theirs. And I'm sitting here like, I don't know what to do. It's a raw sienna with the golden yellow bismuth. Golden bismuth yellow. Oh, yeah, okay. And then I guess, I don't know. This is one of those ones where you're just like, I don't know. This is probably gonna look like crap. Let's just roll with it. I guess I'll use buff titanium. Sure. Yeah, sure. I mean, this corn doesn't have to be ultra detailed. It's corn. But I don't know how much coloring I'll actually accomplish in this because I'm finding myself struggling to even pick a color. And like I'm focusing on the most random of things here, like oops, this little cob of corn. So we'll see. I guess I'm just kind of like winging it. Story of my life. So yeah, so hopefully this week I'll get around to editing. I accidentally, things have been so crazy. This morning one of my videos posted without me adjusting the title first. So I was like, oops. And then another one of my videos accidentally posted without me doing any of the editing I had meant to do yet. So I was just like, oh my gosh, like someone just take my YouTube away from me right now. Like it had no thumbnail, and then someone commented on it and I was like, wait, I had posted that already? And I looked at it and I was like, ah. So I had to pull it because it wasn't even ready. So yeah, that if you happen to see that one before it got pulled, it will be back up. It was just released before I had literally done anything I was supposed to do to it. So I was like, oh my goodness. There was like no thumbnail, no editing, nothing in the description. Like, oops. But it's just because I'm so mentally distracted, I think, that I'm just not there. I don't know. But that one I was kind of embarrassed about. I was like, I can't believe someone actually saw this before I took it down. But let's see. Just trying to get some. Thing I love about the luminance is they're very opaque, but they also, on this tan toned paper, like they just work so well. Like, I mean, you can just layer them and then you can go back and like add your highlight, and it, because of that opacity, it rolls over it. Oops, perfect. So yeah, it is one thing I really enjoy about these. I mean, these are a light, fast pencil. Do you need these for your coloring books? Absolutely not. I don't even use mine in coloring books. Like I said, they're usually on PDFs and most of the time portraits, but yeah, because I mean, they are light, fast, they're expensive, but at the same time, they're a very nice pencil. So I can see why people use them in their coloring books, and I don't judge anyone who does because they are a nice and fun pencil to work with. But I still gotta decide how I'm gonna do the grass and everything. And the pumpkin head, I feel like I've colored so many pumpkins. I'm trying to think of like a new way to approach it. Let's see. I've almost spent 40 minutes and this is as far as I've gotten. Tell you what, I think I'm gonna call this one short because I'm sleep deprived and I cannot focus, obviously. I've colored some labels, a couple bottles, and a corn and a stem. So you guys tell me in the comments below what you think would be some good colors for the dress, her dress, his coat. I was thinking of doing a nice fun red hair for her because she's got that freckles and stuff. Yeah, let me know some colors that you think pop out at you. That might help me pick a little better. And they don't have to be conventional. Like her witch's hat doesn't even have to be black. I'm pretty open to anything. And of course, this will be yet another one that I need to do the background on. Oh man, that pile's getting nasty. I need to just do a video of like me bulk creating backgrounds or something. Yeah, I'd love to hear your color suggestions. Maybe that'll help me focus and get out of my little slump here. But I hope everyone is staying healthy and happy, and I will do my best to get videos recorded and edited. That's the hardest part. You like record them and then you're just like, oh, I gotta edit now. That's where I get my hold up. But yeah, I'm hoping I'll be feeling good the rest of this week. Like I said, I'm not sick yet. I just decided to sit down and do this one. I do have some requests to fulfill, such as some hair with castle art, so I want to work on those. But yeah, guys, thanks for hanging out with me, listening to me whoa. But I did have some positive news, so that was good. I'm just too tired to show my excitement, I think. But I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I will talk to you all very soon. Until then, take care.